Alright, hi guys, it's Kendra Mihl'y here, and this is the first episode of Cozy with Ken. I thank you guys for tuning in. I am joined today with my girl, my bestie, Daisha. You guys will probably hear me call her Stark, so more than I say Daisha, okay? So we have a couple of topics and a couple of things, planned, wine poured, okay? And you can tell by the outfits we're most definitely on brand. We're cozy, okay? So we're gonna get right into it.
Not the setup.
Yeah, I got like some more.
Okay, not the notes.
Yeah, I know. I have to be a little prepared, a little so. We're gonna start off with, I feel like, what everybody talks about, just dating, okay? So, what are like your expectations, you feel, when it comes to like what you're looking for?
I'm looking for someone that can reciprocate what I give. Someone that can lift the load off of me, because I've always been the strong woman and independent. So I'm looking for someone to come in and just be like, babe, chill. And I'm not just talking about financially. I'm just talking about all around. I'm ready to be a soft girl. I'm tired of being independent and strong and I got it. But it is hard, even with my past relationship. I struggle with that. So I had to go to therapy, because I'm like, he's doing all these things, but I'm really not allowing him to do it, because I've been raised and taught, have this mindset to just, you just gotta get it, you gotta get it, you gotta get it, you're strong, you're independent, you don't need a man. So I still struggle with it, even though I want it, but I'm learning to, just let my guard down on that end of the stick.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I feel like in certain ways, because seeing my mom, like you said, be the strong woman, when stuff with her and my dad didn't, work out, like her going to work, my mom would cut the grass. Today I talked to her, this lady outside, I almost cut the Stark, so I was like, wait, hold up, I'm trying to say Daisha. But this lady was outside talking about, I'm just trying to prune these trees, and man, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But it's like, I feel like too, it's not sometimes about, like, life isn't about what you want. It's kind of like what you have to do,
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree. I feel like I am a little bit spoiled with certain things. So, of course, I do want a man, like, in the financial aspect who can do certain things. But, I don't know. It's like the simple things.
Yeah, just the smallest, like,
if my dryer isn't working,
a handy man,
can you tell me what I need to do, or can you fix it? Can you go pick up the piece, or like, what I'm thinking about when I'm saying it. But that really, and that was so small, but that was something.
So small,
you know what I mean?
Small.
So
like,
on that.
It's just like when I was telling you about the guy I had first started talking to, and I told him that I like to talk on the phone, and he just started calling me. Like, he stopped texting, and he just, I was like, oh my God, that was so small.
And they make it seem like it's so complicated, like it's just so much, and it's really, it's not that hard. Now me and you have this conversation all the time. And we are different on this conversation, but not too different. But we are different with our answer on this conversation.
I already know what it is.
So I am being I'm hitting all the spots that I feel like are kind of talked about a lot, and then we're gonna talk about our own things as well. But the viral 50-50 conversation.
Oh my God.
For me personally, I just don't know. I can't wrap my head around it.
Don't tell them.
I can't do it. Let me say I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. I cannot do that. And I don't know why. I feel like I do know why. Like, of course, like I said, with my mom and my dad, when they were together, of course my mama made, money, because obviously when stuff didn't work out, she could take over everything, and everything was cool. And then of course seeing like what I see with my aunts and uncles, and like what they've told me and how this should be done or whatever. But I'm not saying like I'm not gonna do anything. Like I like meal, a lot of groceries, stuff like that. But literally splitting rent, I don't know. Like I can't wrap my head around it. But I'm gonna let you pick up there. And I'll jump back in.
Okay, I can get it. I do. She's spoiled. I'm spoiled as well. But I'm gonna give the guys some grace on this topic because everybody don't have it all together. And now I'm not saying I'm gonna be dating you and married to you for X amount of time and I just gotta split everything. But
Forever.
forever. You know what I mean? Like even when I told you, like even when me and my together, when we first got together, he used to always have to remind me, like, you're not by yourself anymore. Stop going to the gas station. You know, stop doing certain things. And he started to like slowly like give me money on my rent, like groceries and stuff like that. Now he didn't start paying 100% of the rent until like year 3. Okay. And boy, I was like, is this happening? I was so grateful for that moment. So I mean, if we start talking, I don't expect you to pay it like soon as we start talking.
I do get that because I hear like a lot of my male friends, they'll say they just got a girl's number. They'll just like be texting her for the first time or asking her to go out, and she's like, "Well, my light bill is due, or you can." And I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me."
I think women that do that, I feel like they are living outside of their standards. Like if you have to automatically, and I'm not, and also I'm not.
You need it, baby.
Yeah.
How do you ask a stranger?
Like I'm not even like I'm not the city girl type. You know, I'm not gonna just.
I'm retired.
Me too. I'm not just gonna be asking you for money. If you give it to me, that's fine. But I'm not just gonna be like, "Hey, Ken, I got this guy number. Let me ask him for my rent." No, because that nigga, I don't have it. If I've been staying in my own place and I meet you today and I'm asking you for my rent, that's insane to me. I'm sorry, it's just insane.
Now I feel like it's the difference between like you meet a dude and he's coming off like he lets you know like I'm a trick, like this is what I do, and then it's like okay, well you know you start, you know what I mean. But somebody who is genuinely like, and they might be trying to fuck or something, you know, you don't know that, but like. If someone is coming at you or approaching you in a different way, trying to take you out, to text you, get to know you, and you hit them with the, you're not gonna keep texting my phone bill unless you pay.
That's so insane to me. Like,
and it makes us look bad.
It does, because men be like, sometimes, and especially some men judge you by like how you go out. Like say for instance, if we go out, like we was just out 2 weekends ago, and my guy friend was like, "Yeah, I got up with the bougie stuff." And some men approach women like that, or they think like, "Oh, I have to give them this. I have to." You know, I'm sorry. You know, I'm not that one.
Because even if you know, maybe you still could get cut off.
Yeah, you can pay my rent one day, and I can cut you off tomorrow.
I don't give a fuck about the money. You are doing smart.
And so with the whole 50-50 thing, like,
can we push pause?
Yes.
I laughed or did something, and then I had an accident, y'all. So
oh, she's recording it.
Yes, it's going. I'm probably gonna put that in the bloopers or something.
Take what was it? Sorry. The 50-50 thing. Like I just really started paying into I'm sorry to use your line, sir, but it's okay. My last relationship.
I can put a bleep over it from the previous time.
Yeah. He didn't start, it was like year 3. And from then, and he told me, but that's when we started talking about like long term. We started talking about marriage. We knew what we wanted when we first started dating. Like we laid everything on the table. And so like year 3, he was like, I have to make sure that I'm able to take care of you in the household. And so I only did the light bill, and we did split groceries. Now we still, when we were still in a relationship, yeah, we still did, because the groceries high there. So I didn't expect him to pay the entire rent and then get groceries and then but I did the light bill, and then I had bills on my own. He didn't really have, like his car was paid off. He didn't really have a lot of bills like that. Me, on the other end, I had car insurance, groceries, and stuff like that that I still had to cover. But we did split the groceries. I did the light bill. And that's about it. But I don't really expect anyone to come in.
Out the gate.
Yeah, and just take off. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine.
I want to stop you.
I'm not going to stop you. But it. I just, that whole 50-50, and this girl is not with it. She's like, no, I'm not doing it. So I asked her.
What you gonna say?
I asked her, so you mean to tell me if the man just don't have it or he's not financially there, will you split the ring? The girl was still like, no. But he gotta figure it out.
One person.
He gotta figure it out. Okay.
Return later. You gonna have to go back later. Because I feel like I'm to the point where you have, you had, your family and your home, and I'm getting to the point where I want that. So it's like, if you can't even do that for yourself, friend.
Okay, so
that's putting a dent in my plans, low key. Like, you know what I mean?
What if he has his own place and then y'all start talking? You just want him to pay your rent?
Oh no, if we're not living together, then no.
Okay.
If we're not living together, no, I can take care of my household and all that. Like, that's fine.
Okay.
Now here and there, maybe you could give me a little something for lashes, or but I don't expect you to even do that. But if we're living under the same roof, then
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we are, and I want a family and stuff. Like, I did that first, but I'm gonna get into that point. I just want you to be able to.
I got you. Yeah. I got you. But sometimes men fall short, and you just gotta have that open arm. It's like, okay.
Yeah, okay. If you get laid off or something.
Yeah.
I think I can make some shape for a minute, so you kind of, but just like you said, forever.
Yeah. No. I'll get you with it, like, because a man is supposed to take care of the household. Mm-hmm. And I always say, whatever works best for your household, do it. So if your household, if y'all want to do 50-50, that's fine. I just was blessed enough for him to just start paying, the rent, and then it went to the mortgage, and we're not even together now. He still pays the mortgage. So
you hear that, ladies? If he wants to, he wants to.
So
if he wants to. But yeah, I feel like, honestly, because I look at my past too, like, I've dated people who didn't have cars, who didn't, it was like a lot of things, and I feel like I'm too old to still be doing that type of thing.
We are. Oh, why you have a car?
That's just like, I can't.
I'm not judging.
Because life happens. Because trust me, we both, life happens.
Life happens. It does.
It happens.
But come on now.
But it just gets to a point where it's like, you want to date somebody that's stable mentally, emotionally, and financially.
Yeah, all around.
Stable. I feel like all women go through this. And it's kind of scary, honestly, that you can literally meet somebody tomorrow and y'all can have the same exact story about how some man or some guy has done something to you, and she either, if it wasn't her, it was her friend or her cousin, somebody. Mm-hmm. And it's like, now I think women are becoming so used to men just doing whatever they want to do that it's like cheating is becoming acceptable. Like the poly relationships, if he has this much money, then he can do what he wants. If he is paying all the bills or whatever, he can do whatever he wants. I'm not here for that.
I'm not at all. I'm not here for it. I don't care what bill you paying. I don't care how many gifts, bags you buy me. Because I really don't care about things like that. Mm-hmm. You're not cheating on me.
Because that's insane. I feel like
that's my tolerance. This zero tolerance with me. Cheating, no.
I feel like it shows, and men don't look at it this way, and coming from me, I know this is going to sound, especially to some of my exes, if anybody is watching, I do apologize for the way I used to behave. So I know me saying this is going to sound insane, but you can't truly care about somebody, love somebody, and want to be with somebody and cheat. Like, that's how I feel. It took me a long time to grow up. It really, really did. But the two don't go together. They just don't go together. But let's say you're having fun. You're just dating a guy. Maybe y'all are starting to kind of get serious, and he's like, oh, I want a poly relationship. Like, let's find us another girl. Yeah.
No, ma'am. No, man.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
No. And I feel like too, threesomes either. Like if I actually care about you, I feel like I would end up in jail.
I'm not having a threesome with someone I care about.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
No, what you mean? You finna throw it back on my man?
Girl, stop.
No, man.
Stop it.
Can't do it.
I'll be in jail. Literally in jail.
And back to the cheating thing, though. I think when I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship, and when I'm outside, I'm outside. But let me say this: I think, because I have a lot of guy friends, and I think it boosts their ego, like knowing that they can pull a million girls or a million, you know. But me personally, it's like, why, if you got a girl at home, why do you have to have so many different women, and then y'all are being sexual with these women? Like,
I feel like it stems from insecurities, because I feel like if you were secure in yourself, because a lot of people, it's about attention. Just like how we look at these people doing all this crazy stuff on social media and everything. Everything is for attention. It feeds their ego. It makes them feel like they're somebody or something that they're not. And I feel like, especially when they get attention from certain women they didn't expect they could get attention from.
They go crazy.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
Yeah, I feel like it's really an internal like battle that they're fighting.
Yeah. And
that's how I feel like it's just like gambling, just like anything else. Like the rush of it, and they just get addicted.
Like it's exciting. Like some fireworks or something.
Now don't get me wrong. Now I've changed now. But if I found out my man, or even had an inkling, like any type of feeling, that my man was doing something that he was not supposed to be doing, I was up. It was up. I'm retired. Yeah. It took me, I was so proud of myself with the last situation that I dealt with. Like, seeing certain messages, like downplaying what we had going on to other females, like, still like keeping doors open for certain exes and people who used to mess with, different stuff like that. And y'all, I stood firm. I was so proud of myself. Because that was one thing I was working on, was trying not to always like tit for tat everything. You know, like you can just stock up your evidence and walk away. But I used to not be able to do that. I'm looking for your brother, your uncle, your cousin. I'm coming for everybody. And I had to realize, like, yeah, them feelings might be hurt for a minute, but like, what is he really doing? You know what I mean? But it took a lot.
I don't think I ever went tit for tat. Because like I've always been in a relationship, always. Even when I'm single, I be tied to one person.
Unfortunately.
Every time. Like I don't understand it. But now I date. Like I'm not, but at first. But my high school relationship, we ended, I think we were about 24 or something like that. Child, they managed to cheat. And I never cheated on him. And I knew that he was cheating on me. Like, I would see it. Oh my God, I would pull up to his house. It would be girls there. Like, he would actually get in other relationships, like, while we were together. Now, I did act out of character a lot with him. But I never cheated on him. I knew once I started talking to someone else, I was done with him. So that was like the last year, and we was together like 7 years, like I think 6 or 7 years. And that 7th year, I started talking to someone, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't want him anymore. And that's when I walked away.
So I'll notice that I've done something, and that maybe I'm acting in a different way, or I'm too mad about something, and I feel like I'm really only bothered because I can pinpoint if it's really just my ego or if my feelings are really hurt. But a lot of people aren't self-aware because they don't truly take the time to learn who they are or to know themselves. So I suggest journaling, therapy. She tells me I need to go to therapy, which I do. I probably do.
It's just such a help. Like, I don't know what I would do without her. Like, I really don't.
We might have to get her to come on the show.
I don't know. Like, I'm so thankful for her. Like, seriously.
Some things that I do like by myself that I enjoy, like I said, traveling, going out to eat. I started off with going to the movies. It can be a little weird, but I love movies, and so when movies would come out, I'm like, okay, I walk in here. It could be like I'm meeting somebody. Who knows? I can go and get my ticket. Once I get in there, it's dark. Who's going to even know that I'm by myself? How is it going to be? Like, you know. So I started off going to the movies by myself, and I would do stuff too, like go at like 11:30, 12, like when there's nobody really there, like, you know, because it is kind of like, okay, this is a little like, you know, but I started off that way, and then certain situations too, when I decided to kind of cut ties with like certain friends and things like that, but I still like to go eat, I still like to go have some drinks, and I'm like, I'm not gonna force myself to be in the house. And I'm like, you know, I started off even with that, I would take my computer and I might design something for a client or just, you know, and now I could go sit at a whole table, I walk up to the bar, I'm friendly with the bartenders, I'll talk to the people next to me, like, it's just a whole different experience when you finally kind of like get comfortable with that. And like solo traveling, I met friends who I spent the whole day with. I ended up smoking, playing Jenga with people, going, you know, out to eat, to the bars. Like, of course, be safe. Don't just hang out with anybody. Now, I am a bit slow and naive, so if I can do it and make it back home safely, you can too. Okay, just be aware of your surroundings. Just if you get that little feeling that something's not right, something's probably not right. But yeah, of course, taking care of yourself, because once you feel good and you look good on the outside, it does benefit your mental. But yeah, so like massages, I love to go get massages. It's a good time. But yeah, anything that you want to add?
I need to book my massage. I started doing it for myself, and when I tell you, that was one of the best things. Like I was like, oh my God, I haven't been in like 3 or 4 months.
And a lot of women don't feel the way that I feel about like male masseuse and everything like that, but I've gone to a couple of women because he wasn't there. But if you live in Memphis, Jason, Germantown Day Spa, he is a white man, but it's worth it, okay? If you don't mind a male masseuse, it's worth it.
Yeah. Well, I have Key. She's a girl. She is a woman. And she does a phenomenal job.
So okay, you have a female and you have a male.
Yeah.
And I like deep tissue massages. Like, so I know that a man can really like, I want to walk out feeling like I'm floating, but during the massage, hurt me. Like, I don't know how it is to say this. So. Oh my God. Because the way I know it.
She always saying something so
and that's why. But I'll just go ahead and say it. Even in the other situations, I want to walk out smiling, feeling like I'm floating. I want to send Starks a voice memo the next morning saying good morning. I want to be in a great mood.
Oh my gosh,
hurt me. So okay, now that we're talking about things, this is so crazy. It's right on. Look,
we talk too much. You know it's all
it's gonna flow. Like, I didn't even have to do this. So,
girl, no, which belly?
We're about to get into it. So we kind of just flow into the sex topic. My mouth on accident, you know. But what are like some of your kinks? Personally, I wouldn't really say I have like kinks, but I guess other people would call it that. To me, it's giving a little normal. It's just giving having a little fun and spicing it up, maybe. But what about you? What are some of your? If you want to omit the question, I'm gonna go get a shot over there. You don't have to say shot. You don't want it. You know, we can keep it going. I'll answer it, but you gonna take a shot. No. I can say that to her. My other guests don't think I'm going to pressure you into.
I mean, I like to have fun too. You know. But didn't you want to do to me, baby?
Not the shoulder shit where you said, you know.
Don't do too much, man.
See, there is no too much for me. I don't think. I think that's my problem too.
I think the only thing, as far as like sexual, is just like the threesomes. Like, you asking me about a threesome.
I can't say that.
If I care for you, let me say that.
I feel like because a lot of people and like males know that I am attracted to women, they automatically think like, oh yeah, like,
because the guy that I talked to, he automatically thinks like, no, I like women on my own, not with you.
Not with you, sir. It's not gonna happen.
And I really like women. I'm picky with my game.
That's what, like, please, sir, don't call me. So this one time, and it's so funny because the last time I was just with him, this came up. So me and him have been messing off for like years at this point. And I've always like cared for him. By the way, I say him, I think you know what I'm talking about. So I've always like cared for him or whatever, and he would hint at it here and there, but you know, cool. So he's talking to this girl kind of consistently, you know, whatever. And all of a sudden, well, first let me rewind. I'm scrolling on like a dating app, and I happen to see her, and she's like, me and my man, and I looked at the next picture, it's him and her. It's the nigga and her are looking for like a third person. So I screenshot it, I texted him, I said, oh, it looks like you found somebody who's gonna give you what you're looking for. Like, cause I'm very like passive aggressive and petty. Really was like this nigga, but it was funny to see. So I get a phone call. I'm out with my girl, and my phone is ringing. I think I had like text him to see what he was doing because we have been out drinking. You know how that goes. So I text him to see what he was doing. My phone rings. He's like, you want to pull up over here? I hear her moaning, and him like, so they're currently fucking, and this nigga calls me, right? So I'm like hearing it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I have to be crazy. So I'm with my friend. I'm like, bitch, come here, come here. I put the phone on speaker. I'm like, it sounded like what I think it sounded like, right? And she's like, bitch, what? So she's like, go. And I'm like, no, I'm not pulling up. So he's basically asking me to come over, whatever, like joining on the phone, like she'll just, you know, telling me like she'll just do this, whatever, you don't even have to do anything, whatever, whatever. No, sir. No, sir. So then she gets on the phone. The girl gets on the phone. She starts like, come on, what, are you scared? Like, no. So when I finally keep saying no, she's saying stuff, whatever. Get off the phone, I text her and I was like, honestly, even if like, she's not my type. Like how you said, I'm very, like, I'm not even attracted to you. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, that happened. Wow. The look of shame. The look of shame.
Wow.
Yeah. So, what about eating groceries?
Somebody can eat mine. I'm not eating. I'm sorry, friend. I'm a freak. But bro, that's the extreme. I'm not doing it.
I gotta,
like, you want to turn him around and like help me understand. I'm glad we talking.
I feel like I'm exposing myself. So, enough of me exposing myself. So at this age, like me and you met, I think I was 29 and you were 30. So a lot of people talk about friendships being harder to like cultivate at like a certain age. And I feel like especially like for us, because we've had certain situations with like friends like jealousy, friends stealing from us, you know, all of that craziness. I feel like it makes it a little bit harder to even want to, especially once you get to a certain age, and after you've been through certain things. But what to you is like a healthy, ideal like friendship?
To me, it goes back to the relationship question. Someone that can reciprocate what because I'm a giver, I'm a lover. When you're around me, I love you, friend, basically like family. So I don't want to just be the giver. And I know people say, oh, you give from your heart. True enough, but how many times are you going to keep giving yourself and pointing to other people and they're not pointing to you? So I want friends that can give me the same energy. Like, I'm gonna cheer you on, cheer me on too. If I do things for you, do things for me. Just somebody that can reciprocate that. Like, and we don't have to talk every day. We don't have to go out every day. We don't have to see each other every day. Let's link up and then go for drinks or something. And it's like, oh, hey friend, like, cause we all got our lives. So I just feel like no messiness, like no catty things. The jealousy, the whole jealousy thing is because I want to see you win. So why you can't want this same thing for me? Like no competition, like we cheering each other on. Like I'm the type of person if I know that you're looking for something, I can see it at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm gonna think about you and be like, oh, or I can see somebody right now, I know she does graphic design. If I hear somebody talking about it, I'll be like, hey, my friend, that's just the type of person I am. With friends like looking for jobs and stuff, I've always been the person that finds good jobs. It can be anything, and I want to put my folks first. Like, I want to see you win. I don't care if I'm down. I could be down bad. I still want to see my folks win because I'm not competing with you. You know, I'm not in competition with my people. That's insane to me. I'm not in competition with you. I know my time is coming. So the jealousy, that's that. I just don't get that. Like just being a friend, being that listening ear. Can I come over here and cry on your shoulder? Can I tell you things without everybody knowing? Can I be vulnerable with you? It is a lot, and we grown now, so them childhood friendships, like, it's different. I'm thankful that I still have some of mine, but I've grown to know that it was just some of them was just like history. I was used to it. So it's like, I've known you since daycare, so we just gonna be friends. No, because what are you doing for me? Like, and it hurts when you have to let certain friends go. It does, especially if you've been around it for a long time.
Well, sometimes
you have to
do it. You gotta do it. I agree with everything that you said. I don't even have anything to say.